Welcome and thank you for joining me today. We are back over here on the SMB server, and we are over at my very flat island base. There's patches of grass because of tea time, fence, pen planning. Perfect canvas is something flat like this. Anyway, we are over here to continue work on the area. Last time we did the tree farm, and then January was... No, not January. Why did I say January? July was busy and I got sick. So I've done most of the stuff I've done on live streams on tea time mostly. But we're back over here doing another episode. And there's a few things that I need to do. I need to make a bedroom in the cloud, because this is not going to do when I get villagers over here, because they're going to want to sleep in this bed and they can't. I need to move this so that this water source over here is not blocked by the glass. It still functions efficiently, but if it's raining, not as efficiently. So I'm going to bump that probably over here and try to keep a spot over here clear for it. But otherwise, what we're going to work on today... Well, we don't need it to be daylight for this. We're going to continue work on this that I started in streams. Spruce for the ceiling, acacia for the floor, dark oak for the lining, oak logs here, oak fences, and I'll probably do... I have to figure out which fence gate will work best to blend in with everything but still stand out from the oak fences so that you know where to go in and out. Even though it's basically going to be centered fairly well. Although these pens aren't centered, so yeah, I guess there's that. So the area's been dug out, and only where blocks are going to be shown is where I'm going to be placing them. As you can see, we've got space underneath here with grass, so it can grow from here up into here. Although the middle is going to be the hardest to keep fully grown. I've currently taken down the signs for the sheep colors because I'm going to put those up on these posts, and these signs will probably be similarly posted. Probably. But yeah, I do need to get this area done. I've already got all of the acacia laid out. So now I'm going to get to work on the next bit. Let's go with the oak logs. Also, put some of these blocks in here and some of those. So yeah, now I kind of just need to go around and do this everywhere. It's basically a repetitive process, but if I do it one material at a time, it'll come together and I won't misplace blocks. At least I shouldn't. Now, if you're wondering, like, why these have stone at the bottom, it's because back here it's not going to be visible. You can tell from this view here, except for here and here. But over here, it's not going to be the slightest bit visible, so I'm using something that is far less renewable. Anyway, let me get this done and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've got this done. Some of the more observant of you will have noticed that not all of these were done. The stone up there. So I had to do that as I was finishing up. And then I also decided, you know, this is going to be on the inside. It's going to be blocked off by the dark oak, so it's not going to be visible. We'll just make it stone as well. And one other thing that some of you may or may not have noticed is the similarities in the design of this with Wells Knight's underground sheep farms. And you would be correct. I got quite a bit of inspiration from that. But I didn't like the big middle pen kind of thing. And I think I made mine wider than long. Because if I'm not mistaken, his only goes one to the side and then way back with this massive middle pen. Whereas I extended mine 2 pins out, then 4, and then 2 with a path that currently leads nowhere, may lead somewhere, not sure. And then in the inside, obviously separating these out for different animals for here. Basically food animals. Although I am a little worried about rabbits because they'll likely try to jump the fence. Possibly. Not worried about chickens. But yeah, the next step that I have planned is basically the ceiling. And yeah, that basically is filling in every single block on the ceiling. Obviously skipping where the stone is because it's already filled in. And this will definitely take a minute. So I will see you when the ceiling is completely in place. Because, of course, I had spruce planks and didn't notice them. I didn't need to craft as many of the logs, but I'll eventually use them. So we've got the ceiling in, and I'm immediately noticing a problem that we'll get to in a little bit. And that is the ceiling is way too plain. I've got an idea to break it up a little bit. But first we're going to get the dark oak in place, which I seriously doubt I have enough of. But while I'm at... Sometimes it's very annoying when my phone thinks I'm talking to it and I'm not. But as I was saying, while I'm at it, I've got one other detail that I need to go ahead and put in the walls, and it'll be easier to do that now as I'm working my way through this than later after having done this. That is basically... What height, though? I think at this height, which also means a little bit of this. Oops. So if I do... Yeah, OP pick. Alright, so I don't need water, don't need ladders. I can just put these in my offhand and do this kind of stuff. I know this could work facing that way, but I want it directly on the lantern. Oh, right. There we go. Fill in the gap. And that is kind of the plan. It's not going to be enough lighting, but temporarily I can put a couple torches down. Long-term plan, 114, we're going to put lanterns hanging from the ceiling. They're going to hang directly from the ceiling. But for now, I think this will be sufficient because the light level is... I mean, we're in a mushroom fields biome. Mobs aren't going to spawn. And mobs aren't going to spawn anyway, but nonetheless, something like this I think will look nice. And that looks cozy in there. It helps break up that big of an area. And it's up here and not down here because, yeah, this. Which I may or may not change out. I'm not sure. I'll probably leave it as is, or I could even double up the lamps. We'll see. And if you have any suggestions for this, let me know. Right now, I'm going to go with this on all the walls, and I will be back when I get that done as well. So it is definitely taking shape in here. And yeah, the flatness is, it's still apparent. We're going to see how apparent it is after I do the fences as well. But this one is a nice, simple task of this. Also, I apparently already had crafted a bunch of fence gates, exactly as many as I needed, apparently, as well, so yeah, I guess we'll see how that works. Also see if I happen to have enough fences or if I need to craft more. Because I think for the fences, I just crafted. So if I do it like this, and then hop and do it like this, seems like a good way to get from one to the next. Okay, this one's a nice easy one on the path, an opposite path. We hop over here, boom, and then hop over here. And yep, as I predicted, nowhere near enough fences. So I'm not going to put the gates in just yet, but I'm going to craft up some more fences. And then I will have the fence gates put in as well. I'll work on that while I take care of the fences, and then we'll be back, and I will show you what my idea is to break up the flatness of the ceiling. Let's just pop this in here without anyone noticing and run away. But yes, I've got the area basically done. We've got the fences in. I did a lot of, I did a couple of things to see what would work, and ultimately, I'm going to get rid of torches altogether, and we're going to have lanterns. We'll have a lantern hanging over the center of each pen. We'll have lanterns down the hall. We'll have lanterns over these pens as well. But yeah, basically, we have to wait until 114 to do the lantern stuff. In the meantime, this is about what it looks like. I do still need to go through and pick up all the signs because, yeah, they are no longer in a very good spot. And I'm basically going to be labeling everything at some point around. I might actually need more signs, but I'm pretty sure I've got some up in the cloud. If I don't, then fine, so be it. I will get more. Got plenty of wood to craft signs. Also got to try not to do that. There we go. That is all of the signs. And yeah, we'll get to putting the signs up shortly. I'll actually do that between this clip and the final clip. But what I do need to do for this clip is show you what my idea is. And yes, I am fully aware that I'm putting these over spruce wood that I already went through so much effort to save space for. I'm not tearing that much up, and if this isn't good, then it just makes it easier to fix. But if it is good, then so be it. It basically adds that little bit of depth, breaking up each of these sections, and I think that's what really is needed for this. Just a line of the dark oak crossing there. Yeah, probably crossing there. I can still get in and out. And yeah, about some of that. How do I plan to keep the sheep from bothering me? Oh, you can't waterlog those. Fine. Sheep will just get pushed that way while I go in, take care of shearing, and then I can do the same thing to get out. Mojang, we need these fixed so that you can waterlog them. But yeah, otherwise, I've got quite a bit more placing to do. And there will be nothing placed here because this is the path. It needs to be open. I can place them here because this is not the path. So it will also be divided. It'll help divide up as a... I'm saying divide a lot. It'll help separate out the ceilings so that it doesn't look as big and massive as that, but looks a lot more isolated like this. I think this is already looking much better. So yeah, I'm going to finish this, and then I will be back with the signs up to kind of show you what the idea is behind where I'm putting the animals. I mean, you've already seen the initial signs, but I reserve the right to rearrange a few of them if I so desire. Yeah. Okay, I am back. I've got all the signs labeled, and I have finished putting up the last ones that I missed, the last dark oak slabs. At least I think I have. If you happen to notice that I missed more, please let me know. But the color scheme starts here with we've got the white sheep, the light gray, then we have gray and black, so all the monotone are on this side. Then we go to red, and then brown, because brown is dark orange. And then we go to orange, yellow, which actually it should probably be yellow, orange, brown, red, so that it can go to pink more properly. Yeah, let me just fix that real quick. So it's yellow, orange, and then brown and red. So yeah, fix that so it makes a little bit more sense, sort of. Yellow, orange, brown, red. And then we have pink and magenta. Then we have purple and blue, light blue and cyan, green and lime. And then back to the monotones. And then over here we can keep our pigs here, our chicken here, cow here. These are food crops, although this one will be less of harvest and more of mushroom stew, but mushrooms here, rabbits, and sheep. And I'm thinking that since we don't actually have a proper place for horses, and this is tall enough, we can just push back here and make some stables back this way for horses and llamas. But yes, I am pretty much done until we can get lanterns in this place. The other option for the floor was birch, but I decided to go with acacia. I still on the fence, so if you think birch would be better, let me know. But otherwise, this is basically done. We've got... I can't wait to get rid of the torches, because they're kind of in the way, but for now, they have to stay. We're basically done. 2 questions. Birch or acacia? 1 or 2 lanterns. And otherwise, I think I'm fairly satisfied. I'm not doing cross-hatching along the paths, because this is the paths. Doesn't need cross-hatching. I'm half tempted to put some sort of torch lighting over here, because it is darker in its spot, but I guess it's fine. Once we can get the server updated to 1.14 or later, it will be... I can come in and fix the issue that is driving me insane, and I am really starting to babble, so I'm basically going to put the resources away and call it an episode. Thank y'all for watching, and until next time, God bless.